Hello, and welcome on into another episode of the Whiskey Crusaders. I'm Will.
I'm Sarah.
No, I'm Matt.
Today we're excited to be drinking Compass Box's new expression, the Hedonism Felicitas.
That's a mouthful.
It really is.
Be sure to hit that like and subscribe button and click that notification bell. Matt, why don't you tell us a little bit about this wonderful Compass Box product?
All right. This is a Hedonism. This is a beautiful label. First of all, that is an awesome label. As we all know, Stranger & Stranger does their marketing. That is incredible. Same thing with the box.
I love all of their labels.
It's so freaking cool.
That marketing company does phenomenal work with the design.
It really does. I mean, even if you turn the whole box around, it's just really cool.
It's pretty.
They just do really cool work. I mean, it's just beautiful.
Yeah, that would definitely be a box that I kept.
So
you're gonna have to tell me things about this, Matt. I want to smell it soon.
All right. So this is like I said, the Hedonism Felicitas. It's 53%. This is a blended grain, which means there's only grains in here. There's zero malt in this. So this is a 20th anniversary edition to celebrate Hedonism being their first whiskey, which is very cool. So they say that Felicitas means that it's divinely inspired for creativity, productivity, and happiness to bring good fortune and happiness. And so they took 3 whiskeys and they combined them from Strathclyde, Port Dundas, and North British, which are probably ones we probably really never talk about, to be real honest. Port Dundas closed, number one. So that's another big thing that's in here. You've got a closed distillery, which is very cool. But also on the back of the bottle, it's kind of as they talk about what it's been such a fun year. So it is what it is.
Wah, wah, wah.
Exactly. But so it's Port Dundas 2001 refill sherry butts, which is funny is they didn't even realize they're refill sherry butts. They thought they were bourbon, but I guess the whatever they had written on the barrels had basically come off, and then finally they found a SKU code for the barrel, and like, oh, this is why this tastes like this. They found out it was actually sherry butts from them. So it's interesting. So yes,
probably a happy mistake.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, that's exactly what they said. Like, holy crap, this is amazing. And it's at 44.1% of it is that. The Strathclyde is from the 1980s, which is first fill bourbon. It's 33.1%, and North British from 1990, which is a Rechar barrel of 22.8%, and only made 2,226 bottles. So, here's the even crazier. This was made before Hedonism itself was ever in. These were all distilled basically before the original one even came, which is pretty cool when you think about it from that perspective. And the reason it's called Hedonism is because when John Glaser made Hedonism the first, he was called a Hedonistic, so he just went with it and called it Hedonism just to screw with them more because you know how much he loves the SWA. So but the actual person who ended up making this one for him is James Saxon, is the lead whiskey maker on this one. So let's see what we think of this blended grain.
It smells glorious.
It smells old.
Well, yeah. Ridiculous. I mean, basically, if the earliest thing in here is 2001, everything's at least
19 years old.
So you're talking there's some 30 and 20 year stuff in here.
Well,
30 plus years in the 80s.
For being a grain whiskey, this smells rich and deep.
It really does.
Yeah, I find with all old grain whiskeys, they tend to be significantly better and fruitier.
I was going to say, it is very fruity, but it also has a floral note to it too.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's like passion fruit, melon, coconuts,
berries,
zest,
chocolate.
Yeah, strawberry,
raspberry,
almost a coconut vibe going on.
Mm-hmm. Toffee, cream cheese.
Yeah, I was going to say caramel,
pastry icing, whipped cream. Something else. Almost like a powder.
I was going to say powdered sugar.
Yeah, but also kind of like almost like a talc powder, even.
Yeah.
Got this. It's really interesting. Yeah, it's like baby powder.
I'm getting spun sugar.
Oh yeah.
Sponge cake.
Sponge cake.
Angel food cake.
But then spun sugar as well.
Spun sugar.
Spun.
Like cotton candy.
Yes. Yeah, there's remnants of sugar floating in the air from one of those machines.
Yeah, that's it. Yeah, it's it floating in the air. Exactly.
Yeah.
And then there's a slight metallic note.
Which is pretty common with grain.
Right.
Yeah, and it's just a thread in there, but it's there, and I want to acknowledge that it's there.
Yeah, it's not overpowering, and it's not off-putting like a lot of metallic notes are.
No, but that coffee still, just something about it, just
Definitely.
There is so much going on in this glass.
It really is.
I need to drink it.
Something else. Oh, that's what it is. Like oiled. You know what it is? Like an old oiled rag for like old gas lamps. That's what it's getting.
Kerosene.
Mm-hmm.
Ooh.
That proof hits you in the back.
Yeah, it does. Mid palate and growing.
Ooh, yeah, still growing.
Ooh.
That's warming.
Mm-hmm.
Well, that coconut, that passion fruit and melon and cream just jump out at you.
The coconut is very
predominant
on the front palate.
Wow. Now that coconut's almost like pina colada now coming.
Yeah.
Dang.
I'm not a fan of like actual eating coconut, but I love the flavor of coconut.
Yeah, I used to really hate it as a kid, but I really like it now.
I can't stand
it's the texture.
The texture. It's the texture of eating an actual coconut. I love the flavor of coconut though.
Oh, like now vanilla custard and lemon lime,
caramel,
apples.
I'm doubling down on my palate with this frosting and then spun sugar as the sweet. This is a very, very sweet beverage.
It's like a buttercream.
The finish is where a little bit of spice comes in with the proof.
It's very small.
It is. It's just a
small
thread of like a cinnamon, a thread
and like a little allspice.
Yeah.
Thank you. I couldn't find it past cinnamon, but it's just this tiny. This is mostly sweet.
Yeah.
This is
definitely.
9 out of 10 of these flavors are sweet flavors.
But they're good.
Yes.
I enjoy it a lot. I enjoy it. It's not overly sweet, as in like it's gonna make your mouth pucker sweet. It's not that kind of sweetness for me, at least.
To me, if the proof wasn't there, it would be.
It would be like a liqueur.
Yeah. To me, the proof saves this because it heads down the path of just being a little bit too sweet.
Right. Yeah. For me, like I never really liked grain whiskeys until I had a talk with Liquor Hound about it. About you need to try older grain whiskeys, and he's completely right. If you guys haven't checked out Liquor Hound's channel, please do. But yeah, it's awesome. Old grain whiskeys are delicious. Like I really like old grain whiskey. Young grain whiskey, ooh, it's bad.
It's like younger Canadian. It's
that or like a crappy Irish or something. It's not good.
Yeah.
Yes.
I do not like it. We will review some younger grains at some point, but not anytime soon because no. So old grain's good. Young grain, not so much.
I can't tell you how much I'm not looking forward to that. So.
Oh yes, North British will be delicious.
I have another glass poured in front of me, Matt. What did you tell me you wanted to compare?
All right, so we want to compare this to the original Hedonism, which was their first product, which is this bad boy. So let's see what we think comparing this.
I just have these little bottles that don't have legible handwriting on them, so I just pour them and assume that Matt knows what he's going to do.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. We read them the best we can. Usually we can tell what they are by the proof.
Yes.
We can read the numbers better than the letters.
I'm better at writing numbers than letters. I'm sure my teachers will be very proud of me.
So this one's
only at 86 proof.
This is playing the same sport.
The fruit.
Yes, and just nowhere near as old.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah, we'll give you guys a full review on regular hedonism at some point as well. But I wanted to get to the special one first because
the regular one's not bad. It's not bad, but it's not. The proof is obviously not there. So that kind of, after tasting the new one and that proof on the new one, I'm like, that's kind of disappointing. If I would have tasted it first, I would have probably been like, oh yeah, that's really good. But the proof is kind of what kills the original one for me. Otherwise, I mean, it's got fruitiness. It's got a lot going on in this glass.
The original hedonism to me doesn't all play along in those fruit categories though.
Right. It's got a little more metallic to it, but it's still good.
It's once you get to the palate, there's more of there is the metallic, and then there's an earthiness, and there's more flavors happening that are not in that sweet category. So
I think
I like this one too.
I mean, I'm not saying I don't like it. I like it a lot actually. But I think coming off of the proof of this one kind of plays this one down.
Yeah.
So to compare them with having You said what? This one's 86.
Yeah, this one's 86 compared to 106.
106.
There's a 20-point difference on these.
So yeah, I mean that's a huge jump when you're talking whiskey here and proof. So I can't wait to do an individual review on the original Hedonism.
Yep.
So that we
Really
can
dive
go in
into
on a
this guy.
fresh palate without the high proof beforehand, and kind of, you know,
See where we come up with that one.
right.
We didn't talk price point on the new Hedonism.
Yeah, they're I think they're like 175. I think is what the MSRP is, something like that.
That's not bad.
Okay. So, I mean, it's within the realm of what Compass Box charges for products. That's not.
Yeah, because they had, what was it? They had some other ones lately that have been way out there, but this one's not. So,
Scotch in general tends to be, you know, quite a bit more expensive than bourbon.
yes, because of lovely, you know. Thankfully, tariffs are not on blended ones currently. Thank God. Only affects single malts. How's the water do? Good.
Yeah.
It tamps down that proof too much for me.
Oh, it opens up so
It
many other
opens
flavors.
up,
All right, I try that.
but it tamps down the proof.
So this opens up an earthiness. It opens up almost a mossy.
It kind of
I'm
reminds
getting
me a
more
little
of
bit of the original.
I'm getting more from seaweed in there after a drop. Yep. So that's what that was. I just needed to put a drop in this one, and all of those other flavors came popping out of the glass for me. Yay! Thank goodness for choice in whiskey.
Right.
Oh, you're not kidding. That does change it. Seaweed, you're right. A lot of seaweed. Weird. Not in a bad way, just that's unique. That makes it, that water really makes it really vegetal.
Mm-hmm.
Has a little brininess and salt to it too. That is a big difference with the water. Interesting.
Well,
All right.
I like it.
Yeah, I like it too. Don't forget to hit that like and subscribe button and click that notification bell. And until next time,
Keep on crusading for better whiskey in your glass. Cheers. Oh,
Yeah,
I like
so
it.
good.
I like it.
Like a lot.
It's good.
Good.
Good job. That's surprise. Compass Box is good.
All right, Monkey, we're
Compass Box Hedonism Felicitas.
going. We're going. Okay. Doing
Stay
good.
quiet for 10 minutes.
Looking good. Okay.
3, 2. Today we're excited to be drinking Compass Box's new expression, the Hedonism. Damn it.
Felicitas.
The Hedonism Felicitas.